We are back. We do apologize for the technological challenge we've been having here with the stream today, but we are back up. I've just got the green light from Robert Downs. Robert, thank you very much. So, folks, welcome to the North Myrtle Beach Sports Park. It is the 10th minute, and good news for you, Myrtle Beach is up 1-0. The goal was scored by Romario Pijot with an assist from Ricky in the middle of the field. It was a beautiful little move. Myrtle Beach recovered the ball, and Ricky Meg, the center midfielder for the Eagles, played a through ball, and Romario was able to put that into the back of the net. Robert, how's our sound coming through? Is it coming good? All right, perfect. All right, folks, so got a couple of facts for you here. Mutiny have reached the midpoint of the season and are in second place for the South Atlantic Division. So only the top team in the division plus the best second place team in the conference advances to the playoffs. Currently, Mutiny is tied for second best place team in the conference. Now, we unfortunately had a little bit of a setback when we played against the Tormenta. We had a very unusual loss of 3-0. So I know that the Mutiny are fired and ready to come back out with a victory today, especially against the Charlotte Eagles, who, if my memory serves me correct, were actually national champions for last year. And, speaking of Tormenta, sorry about that, folks. We just had a little dangerous play there by the Charlotte Eagles, but Mutiny recovered the ball right back, played it out to Romario Pijot, plays it to Joao Delgado. Delgado cuts it back and finds Miguel Tim. Miguel Tim's going to look at his options here. Finds Joao Delgado again. Joao has a slightly of a bad touch, but recovers well. Finds Ben Strong on the right back. Joao is going to find Christoph. Christoph's going to look to find Brahan, maybe? No. He finds Joao. Ricky's asking for the ball to be switched. Ben Strong has the ball at his feet. Finds Uche. Uche is our left back. He brings the ball down very, very well. Surveys his options. Finds Miguel's feet. Miguel's playing it back to Connor at center back. Connor with some time on the ball finds Miguel. Miguel's going to take a little tough. Goes as far as number 23, who's at the top of the box. But the ball gets played straight to Connor Baker. Number 26 for the Eagles brings it down at the halfway line. And he sprays the ball out to the right. But Eagles are offside. Looks like the Eagles player was not mindful of the defensive line, and the defensive line stepped in unison to get that player offline. Uche puts the ball back into play and finds Brahan. And Uche, a few stats about Uche here. He's played 6 games, has logged 538 minutes for the team, and has had 3 shots on goal. Those are some pretty good stats for a left back. Now, Romario gets past. Is he going to get another goal here? Oh, my Lord. Another goal for Romario. Folks, I do apologize. I was distracted reading stats for Uche. I didn't realize. Romario just dribbled the whole entire right side of the field and pretty much scored almost the same exact goal as he did before. So it is now the 15th minute, actually 16th minute now, folks, and we're up 2-0. This is a great, great start for the Mutiny. Is this a live feed or is this a
No, I was just calling him Romario. Yeah, that's why.
All right. Robert, tell me, do we have any comments up on our channel yet?
I wasn't going to do it on this one, so that there was only
Gotcha. Let's see if we can pull up the YouTube feed right here. All right, folks, just had to take a little break there to plug my phone in as the battery was dying. Using my phone as a microphone here. That's why I'm on my phone. Now, we have Brahan here who just played the ball back and has found number 14 for the Charlotte Eagles. He's been quite of a tricky player, but Miguel Tim has just shut that down. Now, Yao going to make a run. Get that, Yao. Okay, so Yao wasn't able to check too, but Ricky recovers the ball and still has that at his feet. And he's going to look to play Romario again. Ooh, almost. But Joao Delgado picked the ball up in the middle of the field, who's still with the ball in possession. Surprised the ref didn't call that, but anyway, Miguel Tim wins the header. Center back clears it out for the Eagles, but Uche is there to shut it down. Ooh, but the tricky number 9 wins that. And Ricky, for those of you folks watching at home, what Ricky did was really, really smart. That was a tactical foul right there. Had he not done that, the Eagles would have been on a breakaway. So I'm very glad to see Ricky using his brain there, using his head. That was a good play. We have John Weaver back in the studio. John Weaver back.
I'm always here.
John Weaver's right here. John, say hi to the folks at home.
How many folks at home are there? 31. What?
31 folks at home.
31? What? Gosh, I love this thing. Man, I love the energy. We're here the Myrtle Beach Mutiny game. The sun is blaring right into my eyes. Barely make out anybody's face, but I can see that ball moving. And I saw it moving to the net twice already. Romario literally, soccer ball. Would have liked a long shot for him. So, fun fact for you folks that are watching, several Mutiny players can be found near the top of the stats in several categories. Did you know this, Andres?
I did not know that.
Yeah. So fun little stat here. But Nazim Bartman is second in the division in goals scored, which is pretty wild. And we had McKenzie and Romario and Miguel Tim. They're tied for actually second place in assists. And then our goalie, Perkinson, he's actually third in the division in saves.
Nice.
Yeah. So basically, we have our Mutiny team performing at very high levels all across the board. Very nice.
Speaking of performing at high levels, we have John Weaver here. John, how come we didn't bring us any Chick-fil-A sandwiches today?
I don't appreciate you putting me on the spot like that, Andres.
Well, the thing is, if we're talking about high performance, how can we perform at our best if we don't have the proper nutrition that you get from having a Chick-fil-A sandwich?
I'm definitely performing at 50% right now.
I don't know if Chick-fil-A may consider being our sponsor next year, but they're certainly getting a lot of publicity right now. What do you think?
They are. I don't know if you're looking at my sunglasses right now, but they are Chick-fil-A sunglasses.
Chick-fil-A branded sunglasses.
Did you know they did that?
I think we're going to have to arrange a meeting between... Robert's asking, what's the Chick-fil-A sauce, John? Can you share that with us, or is that a trade secret?
It is. It's what we call a proprietary blend, and that's all you're going to know tonight.
Gotcha. So for you folks at home that have never had Chick-fil-A sauce, I definitely recommend you stop by the Chick-fil-A on where is it that the Chick-fil-A location is?
A couple different locations, but there's one in North Myrtle Beach, right off 17, and the one that I'm at, come visit me. I'll give you a free high five, which is worth $10. But and that's over on Mr. Joe White Avenue. You're kind of near Myrtle Waves. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Yeah, that's actually close.
Which is just opened up.
Yeah, absolutely. So, folks, if you're ever in that neighborhood, stop by and say hey to John Weaver. And if anybody from Chick-fil-A is listening, we should appreciate your sponsorship. So, for any questions, feel free to reach out to Pat Piscatelli.
Just a food sponsorship.
Yeah, food sponsorship would
That's
be
all
great.
We did just 2 sandwiches every game.
Yeah, or the commentators could be sponsored with some sandwiches. I think that'd be fine.
Uzo almost fouled in the box, but the referee's being generous.
Yeah, which is just being really strong. The referee is called something. I don't know what he's called. It looks like he's called it against. It's in our favor. Wow.
Sideline ref called it.
I thought he was calling something against us, but that's. Whew, I thought he was calling a PK there for a second.
How about that?
All right, John. So a little bit more information here. NCFC U23 has claimed the top spot in the division. Now, I got to be honest with you, folks. This is as a result of our most recent loss and a tie that we had. And that's the reason why NCFC is in the top spot. However, they have played one more game than us, so we have a game in hand. With the victory tonight, we're certainly going to close that gap. So we can reclaim the division lead and stay in the clear opportunity in the first 10 minutes of the game. They get to go ahead. Number 9, I don't know what he was thinking. Instead of shooting inside the 18-yard box, he decided to pass. His teammate was expecting him to pass, and the ball ended up going out of bounds. But anyway, here comes the goal kick. Goes as far as Miguel Tim. Miguel Tim wins that header, and Joao finds the ball. Romario into space. Is Romario going to score again? Romario scored again!
Gosh. Dude's on fire!
Folks, Romario Pijot has scored a hat trick in 26 minutes. Romario Pijot, unbelievable. Hat trick in 26 minutes, folks. This is unbelievable. Charlotte Eagles is having a nightmare right now, and their center back has called in the entire team to have a chat. Number 4 has called in the entire team to have a chat while the Mutiny celebrates their 3rd goal.
So, two things come to my mind. First, dang. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Romario, what are you doing, man? The second part is now we have a comfort to the Mutiny right now, and sometimes that can be an enemy, especially in the second half. So we got to stay strong, plug in a few more. That's what we need to be focusing on right now. It's 0-0, as smart coaches would say.
John, that's a very good point. The last thing the Mutiny want to do right now is get comfortable and get complacent, and next thing you know, the Eagles are coming back. So we definitely don't want to do that. The Eagles definitely have a tall mountain to climb right now at 3-0. And, well, we have a lot of time left. We have 74 minutes left to play. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get at least one more goal before the end of the half and just really kill this game. All right, so Eagles mounting an attack, but it's shut down by Ben Strong, and the foul is called on the Eagles. Ben Strong has been doing some solid defensive work today. Now, for the Charlotte Eagles, we've been mentioning some stats about the Mutiny, and we have to give some recognition here to our opponents. The Charlotte Eagles, they don't really have one dominant goal scorer, but they've got goals for 3 players. Robinson Mashobani, Patrick Segrist, and Todd Fiddler are tied for the team lead with 3 goals. So they don't have one goal scorer in particular, but they have a variety, and that's actually really good for a team. It's really good to know that you have attacking options and you can get goals from various players instead of only relying on one player, and that's really good. And speaking of players that we rely on, Ricky just won the ball back in the middle of the field and found Romario, and the Eagles are going to shut down Romario. They have to let him score 3 goals already. They got to do something to shut him down because Romario is having a field day with number 16 and number 7 on that side of the field. Now, Christoph, our center defensive midfielder, has the ball in the attacking half, plays Yao. Yao plays Miguel, who plays the ball into the box, speculating number 12 for the Eagles, clears out, goes as far as believe the Charlotte Eagles have any idea what's happening right now. What about you?
I think they thought, due to the last loss of the Mutiny, 3-0, that they're going to walk in this a little bit easier, and home field advantage and commentating on the side has a huge part in the reason for this victory right now.
John, I think you're right. I think that the commentary on the sideline has played a major role in the 4-0 lead that we have
It's
so
called
far.
vibrations.
Good vibrations, and also I think, having my daughter Sophia here has put some good vibes out there,
Very true.
Absolutely. Wow, what an amazing pass by Joao Delgado, folks. That pass is really what made that goal, but what a great finish by Yao. Now, Uche has won that ball. It's found Ricky. Ricky's finding Joao Delgado again. Joao just slowing the pace of play down a little bit. They're making the Eagles chase. Finds Ricky. Ricky finds Miguel with a 1-2. Ricky plays a beautiful ball to Romario. Romario finds Miguel. Miguel's going to try to find Rohan. Nope, he's going to play it to Ben Strong. Ben Strong's probably going to find Connor. All right, Connor plays a simple ball to Ben. Connor has the ball at his feet, playing a big ball up to Joao Delgado. He brings it down with his chest beautifully, finds Miguel. Ball gets to Christoph. Ball is at Romario right now.
That's a nice person right there.
John Weaver is getting his back scratched right there. Ricky finds the ball at his feet, lays it off to Christoph. Christoph's looking for his options. And find Uche. Uche has a lot of time and space here. Uche, bring it up the sideline. Bring it up. Look at Yao. Well done. I like that movement by Yao. He checked away and he checked back.
There's so much space for the Mutiny.
So much space here on this left side. And I think it's on the whole pitch. Eagles just looked deflated. Number 9, who was trying to shut down that ball, he chased it down and then he immediately put his head down. He just looks defeated right now. All right, well, Mutiny's really controlling the ball very well. Finds Romario. Romario finds Miguel. Miguel's going to look to find Rohan on the big ball here. Does it have enough? Nope, it does not have enough, but it gets only as far as the middle of the field.
And he can't move forward. Charlie Eagles can't move forward.
Yeah, they're getting shut down. They're getting shut down real well. Now, Rohan needs to keep trailing before
Whoa,
they
look
play
at that
big
speed
ball.
coming out. Miguel Tim.
Miguel Tim is doing a much better job this part of the half. He was a little bit slow to start.
He lost, yeah.
And he's doing a lot of good work right now. He's been a big contributing factor to the success so far. Now the Eagles coming with a attack here, and doesn't get past Ben Strong. It seems like every time they try to come down Ben Strong's side, they realize they can't get past. Ben Strong with the ball back at his feet. My apologies. Finds Miguel Tim.
I've only ever played with Ben Strong. Never played against him, so I don't know how it feels. You just never get by a guy.
I can tell you, it wouldn't feel good playing against Ben. He's really, really hard to get by. He's a really good defender and he's a really good attacker. He's kind of the complete package. And here's Joao Delgado with the ball at his feet at the end.
That's a great tackle.
That's a great tackle by the Charlotte Eagles. Had it not been for that tackle, Joao Delgado would have been into the space.
It was an ambitious moment.
Yeah, now the Eagles are getting shut down. It's 4-0, 37 minutes into the game. What do you do if you're the Eagles?
If you're the Eagles, this is just an uncomfortable moment. And I'm like, dang, All right, we got so much to do. We have so much recovery that we have so much ground to cover. Where do we even start? And honestly, I don't get paid those type of bucks, so I'm curious what their coach will do. It makes any sort of transition. I honestly, right now, it looks like the coach has just let the players respond the way they feel like responding, and hasn't made any sort of substitution or formation change or anything.
Now, this was a great play by Uche here, the left back, folks. Number 9, the Eagles forward, was trying to win the ball back away from Uche, but Uche was just too strong, and just knocked him off the ball.
Too strong for anybody.
Now, getting back to your comments there, John Weaver, I don't know what the coach is going to do. I do see about 6 players on the sideline warming up, and the pink pennies over there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 7 players on the sideline warming up. Does that mean that they look to make major changes? I don't know. But Brahan finds Romario, the man who scored 3 goals, a hat trick in 26 minutes. Look at Brahan. He's completely switched his position. He's transitioned to the other side of the field.
And Ricky's over here.
Ricky's over the left.
Holding for him.
Yeah, and Brahan's coming back to his original position. Now, if I'm the Eagles coach, what is the halftime talk going to be like, John? What do you say? Romario got fouled.
Looks like a fight.
Yeah, and he got hit pretty bad, so Romario stood up and reacted. Thankfully, the ref got in the middle of both of them. Looks like the Eagles are getting a little bit chippy here, John.
Yeah, they're probably a little flustered.
Oh yeah, I would be losing 4-0 in the first. You just drove all the way from Charlotte, and you're losing 4-0. Now imagine the car ride back.
That's not gonna be.
No, it's gonna be a quiet car ride, John. Now the ref is having a chat with Romario and the captain Miguel, who has a right to be there as the captain. He can talk to the ref. Looks like Romario is gonna get a yellow card for reacting to the challenge. That's the right decision by the ref, because you don't want to condone any reactions by the players.
Yellow card going off for number 5.
And I like the fact that he gave a yellow card to number 23 as well, because he's the one that and everything.
Right.
Now again, Romario should not have reacted, but at the same time, you wanna protect yourself. You wanna send a message. I'm glad it didn't escalate to anything else.
Looking at like Messi, you just look at Messi. Messi gets fouled more than anybody, and very rarely do I ever see Messi get up and just like get in somebody's face. It's always impressive. But then he also gets tackled more and more. So there are pros and cons. You just get up and say, nah, that's not going to happen to me today. Don't mess with me. But thinking about what that halftime talk might be, Andres, and I heard this on a similar situation with the Mutiny on the other last season. This league is for you, player.
Has to give a yellow card to that Charlotte Eagles player.
He does.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't.
And he doesn't. Now walk me through this whole Spain coach thing as if I knew nothing about anything. So you're saying that the national coach for Spain is also the Real Madrid coach.
So it was recently announced earlier this week that the current national team coach for Spain had signed with Real Madrid, taken over for Zinedine Zidane. And once that was announced, the Spanish Football Federation held a very impromptu press conference and announced the termination of the contract for the national team coach. So that all came out as a surprise this morning. As soon as I woke earlier today, saw those articles, and don't really know what to make of it, John.
Do you think that? Is that coach? Is he upset, or is this, you think, like a mutual decision? Do you think they came to like, hey, this is a professional, this is a good idea for all of us?
I don't know, John. His first assignment was with the Spanish national team over the last few months, and of course, Zinedine Zidane's resignation came shortly after winning the Champions League. So these are all new developments. I don't know how that coach is feeling, but one thing's certain: he has a contract coaching for Real Madrid once the World Cup is done. So in his mind, he's just preparing for the next La Liga season, regardless of what happens in the World Cup.
Right. Pat Piscatelli sometimes gives his streaming over here. Pat Piscatelli, do you want to say hello to the wonderful fans we have?
Well, hello, gentlemen. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are enjoying the game so far. It's been wonderful. On the Mutiny side, I've actually enjoyed it. We're glad to see Romario's been able to find the back of the net. That's definitely got to be a first in Mutiny history. I believe that's the first hat trick we've had in the first 25 minutes of the game.
Hey-o!
Mutiny player, so that's impressive. But
and against a good squad like the like the Charlotte Eagles.
Now, Pat, refresh my memory. Were the Charlotte Eagles national champions last year?
Yes, they're defending national champions last year. They went on a real good hot streak right towards the end of the year, which was great for them. Great for our conference, or our division actually, to see the national champion coming out of our division. But unfortunately, it wasn't us that came out of there. Last year we beat them twice, once their place, once our place. So we were right there last year. We're hoping this year can be a good run this year.
Romario. It's almost. I mean, it was a team play, but at the same time, it was Romario.
Oh, yeah. With a name like Romario, you have to do something special, because if you don't, then I mean, well, what's the point of having a name like Romario, right?
And he's got orange shoes. He's got orange shoes. Gotta be fast when you have orange shoes.
Yeah.
I think Robert's gonna name his first son Romario. Is that true, Robert? That's what Robert's voicing that over here right now. All right, it's okay.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Looks like we do have goals, and as soon as I get confirmation on that, I'll be able to let you know who's come in, who's come out. At first glance, it looks like we have number 32 for the Charlotte Eagles that has come in. And that is Eneko Lacheras, midfielder. And I believe number 25, Danilo da Silva, if I can make out that number properly, it's actually 26, Foster Apia, who has come in. I don't know who they've come out for, folks. I did not have those numbers memorized. But as far as the Myrtle Beach Mutiny is concerned, we do not have any changes. We still have Ben Strong at right back, Connor Baker at center back, Chena Uzo at left back. We have Christoph at center defensive midfielder with Joao Delgado and Ricky Gomez in midfield. And then we have Romario Pijot, our hat-trick hero, who is playing right wing. We have Brahan Gamarra, who is our left winger, and we still have Yao up top. But we do have a deep bench, folks. I see Carlton McKenzie, Darius, I see Gonza, I see Kenny Perkins, our keeper, I see Vicente de la Cueva, I see Luis Carrillo, and John Ander Ibarrondo, who are our subs. Now, Charlotte Eagles just had a corner, and they hit it straight to the goalkeeper. Miguel has the ball at his feet, and he's looking to find, he was looking to find Brahan Gamarra on the left-hand side. But unfortunately, he just overhit that a little bit. He's not pleased with himself at all. All right, so Charlotte Eagles with a goal kick. And they play it short to the center back, number 4. That is Douglas Oliveira. Plays it out to the left back, number 7, who unfortunately plays it out of bounds. That was Patrick Segrist who played the ball out of bounds. It was actually a really good firm weighted pass, but number 9, their forward, just did not anticipate. And here's Romario with the ball at his feet, finds Joao Delgado. Joao finds Miguel Tim in the middle of the field, who finds Ricky. Ricky plays it out to Uche. Tell you what, folks, Myrtle Beach Mutiny are really moving this ball very, very well. Had we had this kind of performance against the Tormenta, it wouldn't have been that bad. But anyway, I digress. Charlotte Eagles switch the point of attack to the right side, but there's Ben Strong, who's just way too strong, and the ball goes out for a Myrtle Beach Mutiny throw-in. The Charlotte Eagles player is not happy with that call at all. Not happy at all. Here's some comments here from the Charlotte Eagles players who are not happy with that call. Yeah, that's pretty much what I remember of Roberto Baggio, an amazing Italian player. But in my mind, forever remembered for that PK that he missed in the 1994 World Cup. Now, Joao Delgado just got called for a foul. And John, I have a question for you. You know, since the World Cup is going to be held in these 3 countries, now you need to think about what stadiums are these games going to be played in. Now, the United States does not have, I should say Canada does not have a lot of large stadiums that can handle the capacity for the crowds that a World Cup game commands. Oh, here's Mutiny with an attack.
We still go.
Brahan just robbed that ball.
Put it in.
Mutiny had an
opportunity there.
So, John, you know, if you could think of the United States, where do you think some of these games are going to be played?
I'm hoping Atlanta and at Carolina Panther Stadium. Very something close near to here in Myrtle Beach. And I don't know. So I'm guessing football stadiums are
Atlanta and Nashville.
Robert is shaking his head. So Robert says Atlanta
and Nashville.
And Nashville. I think there'll probably be some games in New York, New Jersey. You know, the Giant Stadium. Definitely a game in LA, I believe. Maybe even a game in Seattle.
Seattle and San Francisco.
And San Francisco. Yep, you're right about that. Maybe even some games in Texas and Dallas.
Dallas and Houston.
Dallas and Houston, those are good shouts. I imagine that the majority of the games would be played in the United States.
Boston.
Boston. Oh, and Ricky just stole this ball in the middle of the field. Plays Yao. He's onside. And he's going to look for a pass back to Brahan. Brahan finds Miguel. Miguel's going to slow the play down and give his defenders a chance to get involved in the attack. Our entire defensive line is at their halfway line. Oof, and we just sloppily gave the ball away. Brahan is not happy about the pass from Ricky.
Still keeping those high standards. That's what I love about my Mutiny boys.
Yeah, they really are. Now, the Charlotte Eagles aren't happy about something. Charlotte Eagles player is having some words with the ref about something, not really sure about what. And here's a surprise in the booth. My daughter is right here. I don't know if Sophia, do you have something to say? Bolivia is the best. Yeah, you're
Sophia.
right about that.
Wow, Sophia. Bias there.
Even though Bolivia lost to the USA, Bolivia's pretty cool, right, Sophia?
Yes, Daddy.
If the audio is a little bit muffled, that's because my daughter is holding onto the microphone right now. Now, the Charlotte Eagles just had a shot, but it was blocked by our center back. And
came on, and Luis Carrillo came out. Christoph came off.
And then Gonza came on.
Gonza came on, and João came off.
Joao came off, yeah.
Joao. Mutiny just playing high pressure right now. Charlotte Eagles,
It's
man.
5-0, right? Not 4-0.
How is that offside? Man, maybe I'm just wrong. I'm watching the YouTube from here right now, and I can't tell where we are. Well, it says 5-0 right now. I wish we could see. He's got to turn and play that cross. So right now, in case you were curious, folks, because you're loving everything about this day right now, we have the Charlotte Eagles. Oh man, Charlotte Eagles are currently 3rd place in the South Atlantic Division. Did you know that, Andres?
I did know that, yeah.
And they're 1 point behind the Mutiny. So this game, unless something a miracle happens for the Charlotte Eagles, which no one can foresee that happening, Mutiny is going to pull away from them. That's for sure. This is a crucial game for league standings. Of both teams, they're still in the hunt for the playoffs. That's for sure. Which makes this more crucial for the Mutiny, that the Eagles have played 2 fewer games and have 6 potential unplayed points. That was clever. That was clever.
So, John, with this victory, which we should get this victory tonight, like you said, unless something drastic changes, NCFC, who has 8 games played, and we have 7. This is our 8th game that we're playing right now. This will put us back up into the top spot with 14 points, and leaving the Charlotte Eagles with still a game in hand, 2 games in hand at 10 points. So Charlotte Eagles are still not out of this. As far as the game is concerned, yeah, they're pretty much done. But as far as the division is concerned, they still have 2 games in hand, so they have an opportunity to get 6 more points and get ahead of us.
Try to play a cross in right here. No, we're just playing. We're playing calm and relaxed. There's nothing. We are not pushing this unless there's necessity. Ball came all the way. We were all the way in the far right corner, and now we're pretty much on our half again.
Look at Brahan. Look at Brahan.
Big switch.
So here comes Uche, our left back, who's in the attacking 3rd, playing a cross into the box. That was a bit speculative. And Yao's work rate has dropped just a little bit. I know Yao's recovering from some injuries, but he's done very, very well tonight to get that 1 goal. His movement off of the ball was really critical, and of course that pass from Joao Delgado to get that goal was fiddler. A lot of work put in by that number 14. That is an attacking midfield player that's just come in, so looks like the Charlotte Eagles are trying to get some type of an attack going. Now I'm looking over to Romario, the Mutiny player that has scored 4 goals tonight, and the Charlotte Eagles player that has had the unfortunate privilege of marking him tonight. John, if you're the player whose assignment was to mark Romario like it was for number 7, and you just got 4 goals scored on you by that player, and that was your assignment, you're that player, how do you feel?
I'm upset at myself, and I'm questioning my future.
Definitely some questions being asked, that is for sure. Now I see on the Mutiny sideline, I see Darius Strambler getting warmed up and getting dressed. So that is number 26,
Romario!
Darius. And I believe the sub
Champion!
Is going to be for Romario. Romario has scored 4 goals tonight already, folks. And, you know, with a player that's as crucial and pivotal as Romario and who's already made such an amazing contribution, I think the right thing to do is maybe to pull him out. But it looks like Darius might be getting into more of a defensive role for tonight. because we want to keep that clean sheet, you know, or we want to definitely not allow the Eagles to score any goals.
Remind me, if we get scored on, will we get any less of points against us, or would that negatively affect us in any way?
No, sir. So goals against and for don't count for any extra points or less points or anything of that nature in this league. It's just straight victories 3 points, ties 1 point, losses 0 points. Top player advances. Now, if there's a tie in the top spot, the goals for is going to be the tiebreaker.
Then points against if there's a tie.
Right. So number 26 is coming in, and it looks like number 10, Ricky, is coming out. That is correct. Number 10 is coming out. Ricardo is coming out. A good shift put in by Ricky. A lot of work. He's controlled the middle of the park really well. My wife just grabbed my attention to show me the outfit change that they did for my daughter. She's looking really good in that little polka dot. And
doing some squats, man.
She's getting ready.
Getting beach ready.
She's getting ready. All right, so foul called on, I believe, number 7, Beto Luis Carrillo, and the Charlotte Eagles with a very quick restart. Robert, do we have any comments on the I have not been checking that, folks. I do apologize. Let's see if we can refresh this feed here. John Weaver, can you show me the comment sections here on your computer, please? Let's see if we have anything going. We have Robert Wood. It says, what number is Todd Fiddler? Robert, I apologize for getting back to you so late, but Todd Fiddler for the Charlotte Eagles is number 14. Again, my apologies, Robert, for the late reply to your question. Now Jose Santos plays the ball up, and Romario is going to challenge for the header. And look at that, he wins it. Oh my Lord! Romario just has number 23 in his back pocket. The Charlotte Eagles do not know what to do with Romario.
That was sharp. I hope that was on replay. Or,
that was
not
really,
replay,
really
but just
sharp.
something somewhere.
Oh my gosh, that just came out of nowhere.
Camera guy had it.
Look at Yao. Look at his speed. Come on, Yao. Can we get something going here? Here comes Yao with a lot of strength on the ball, just holding it up. And he's going to draw a foul. Well done, Yao. Look at that. Ball played into the channel. He held it up. That's brilliant. Now look at this. Vicente de la Cueva, number 16, if I'm not mistaken. Vinny de la Cueva.
Is Vinny coming on?
Is coming on right now for number 8. So Vinny is coming on.
Vinny Taco.
Vinny is coming on for Miguel Tim, the captain. Miguel's going to pass over the captain's armband. And Miguel Tim is taking his time walking over. Charlotte Eagle players do not seem to care that they're taking that time. You know, they seem to be a little bit defeated with that 5-0 scoreline that they have right now. So number 16, Vicente de la Cueva, is coming in right now. And we will also have Carlton McKenzie, the guy who with his blazing speed scored the game-winning goal. No, he scored the 3rd goal our last home game. And Carlton is more than likely going to come on for Yao. Yao's put in a good shift. He scored a goal, and his work rate has dropped just a little bit. So I think that's the change that they're going to make. And then we have John Andrew Ibarrondo, who will be coming on. If I were to guess, it's either going to be for Brahan Gamarra or for Romario. All right, well, Charlotte Eagles trying to mount an attack here. They're controlling the ball in our half, and they find a good pass to number 10. And Gonzalez challenging him, but they play the ball out to the wing. They're looking to put a cross in the box, but they get shut down. They have to play it back to number 23. 23, the ball at his feet, finds number 11, who chips it in to number 10, who is onside. They broke our line there, and Darius cuts off the cross. Only as far as number 12, but Darius hits that out of bounds. And I don't believe the ref is going to stop the play. Yes, he is. He's stopping the throw-in for a substitution for the Myrtle Beach Mutiny. So I believe Romario is going to come off. Yes.
Number 27, Carlton.
Let's see if Romario gets a round of applause here.
John Andrew Ibarrondo.
So Carlton is coming on for Romario. Folks at home, Romario scored 4 goals, and Yao, who just got subbed off, scored 1 goal. 2 players are responsible for the 5 goals tonight. Now, here's the thing, John. You just took off Romario that scored 4 goals. you just took off Yao, that scored 1 goal. Then you get to bring on Carlton. Beto, for whatever reason, didn't feel like
you and I
playing him.
saw that little.
Yeah, John made the run. He's disappointed that Beto didn't play him that ball. And John got called offside because he was tracking back into an onside position, and Beto eventually played him the ball. So here comes Carlton, trying to shut down the Charlotte Eagles. The Charlotte Eagles are really having a tough time playing out of the back. I mean, they can't connect passes.
Whoa! Darius just getting taken out.
He got fouled, but the referee made the right call this time, and he played advantage. Now look at John Ander with his dominant foot, left foot. What is he going to do here? Is he going to take him on? He finds Beto. Beto, backstick cross for Carlton? Backstick cross for Carlton? No. Ref, you got to call the foul, ref. Ref, there was no advantage there. You have to call that next time. All right, anyway, I apologize, folks. So Charlotte Eagles with the ball at their feet, and Vinny is shutting down number 10, forces him to pass it backwards. Vinny's doing good work here.
Woo! This game's getting aggressive.
The game's getting aggressive, but look at that. There goes Vinny winning the ball, and here comes Brahan who wins the ball. Play Carlton. Play Carlton. He'll take him with speed. All right, so Charlotte Eagles had no choice but to foul. Yeah, number 19 got called on the foul.
Look at that body language, man.
Yeah, he just, shoulders are shrugged, head down. He's just not happy. I mean, John, if you were on the Charlotte Eagles team right now, losing 5-0, you can't connect a string of passes, how would you feel?
I'd feel like someone's got to step up. Something's got to change.
Yeah, something's got to change. Now, they have made some substitutions, but the outcome of the game it hasn't changed. Anyway, we have Myrtle Beach Mutiny here on the ball. Number 25, Ben Strong on the ball. Finds Vicente de la Cueva, who plays it back to Ben Strong. Ben Strong looking. He has a lot of time and space. Finds Connor Baker, who finds Gonza, who is completely alone and has acres of time and acres of space, and finds Uche, who plays Darius. Darius has even time to think before he receives the ball and finds a pass. Uche plays it back to the keeper. Keeper's got to get that out because number 19 is pressing that. Plays Connor Baker. Oh my gosh, they are really controlling this ball really well, aren't they, John?
They are. It's almost, I feel like they need to press up and try to make the field smaller for the Mutiny, but they're just giving the Mutiny so much space.
They are giving them so much space. And Vinny doing a good job talking to his defensive line to push up because now we have the ball in the attacking half.
We're pushing up like no one's business, and the Charlotte Eagles just have no chance.
No, they really don't. And, Gonza, number 18 on our team, has all this time and space on the ball.
Ooh.
Well done, Gonza. Now, disappointed in that call by the ref because that's no different than the challenge that happened on the edge of our box where Ben Strong got fouled, studs up, but we did not get the call this time. So Charlotte Eagles have a dead ball situation here, but they play it quickly. Now John Ander has to watch his left shoulder because number 7 was cheating, but no, they're not playing the ball out there. They play the ball into number 10, who's got a great touch with a lot of pressure on him. And one moment, folks, while I take a selfie with John Weaver. Thanks for the selfie, John.
I was going to my wife.
I was going to his wife, who's in Portugal. Carlton with a bit of unselfish play there. Had the opportunity to take a shot, but chose not to. Now Gonza with a very strong tackle in the middle of the park, forcing the center back to make a poor choice. And John Ander's going to shut down number 7, but number 7 got past him.
A little bit of
And Vinny's tracking back, trying to shut down.
It's good to hear a little bit of passion out of Vinny, a little bit. They didn't get that ball, and he got a little disgruntled grunt.
Yep.
Number 19 tossing his hands up again.
Yep, tossing his hands because he didn't get the ball.
And he's upset, and he's not tracking back at all.
Carlton with acres of space here. John Ander, no, he's not going to play Carlton. He chooses to find Gonza and switch the point of attack yet again.
I'm surprised John Ander just is not taking the risks. He's playing very safe. He has so much talent and skills and ability to do whatever he wants.
He does. But I think as he gets more into the game, we'll see a little bit more from John in case he gets involved. Now, Beto with the ball at his feet. Have a shot. Ooh, a great block from the Eagles. Now, is John going to pressure that? Yeah, they both go up. John comes out with it. Finds Beto. Man, the Charlotte Eagles are really struggling. John's going to have a shot. Put on your left foot. Have a shot. And folks, John Ander had a shot and that almost deflected into the net. Wow. The Mutiny are really moving this ball really well.
Entering the game, number 22, Samuel Ruiz Plaza.
All right, so Samuel Ruiz Plaza is coming in for the Charlotte Eagles. He's coming in for Lucas Rosa. And Carlton McKenzie seems to have some trouble with his right boot. Seems to have broken. And he is getting a shoe replacement from Kenny Perkinson. Kenny just took his shoe off and threw it at Darius. Let's see how that affects, I'm sorry, not Darius, but Carlton. John, I don't know about you, but I would not want to play with another person's soccer shoes. I have a level of comfort and security with my shoes. What about you?
It would definitely throw off my game. However, these Mutiny players, they are next level. They can do whatever they want with whatever they want.
Absolutely. Look at this ball movement by the Mutiny. This is just so cheeky. Vinny with a nice turn. My gosh. Mutiny is just terrorizing these guys. Now, if Carlton scores, does he give credit to Kenny?
Well, the artistry is not in the paintbrush, but in the painter. So
you're right, but at the end of the day, the painter is using a utensil, and right now, like Robert said, if he scores with his right foot, he has to give that recognition to Kenny.
Well, maybe he'll buy him a Chick-fil-A sandwich. You never know.
Maybe. If only I knew somebody that worked at Chick-fil-A that could provide me with the Chick-fil-A tasty goodness. But
I'm salivating and I'm leaving.
Yeah,
I can't handle this.
Absolutely. I don't think I'm going to let you live it down. It's been 3 games now, John, and you have yet to bring us Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
I know where I'm at. Don't put the microphone in my face.
Work, but number 32 just gave up.
There's number 19. He's been complaining all day.
19.
What's he going to do?
Complaining all day. Goes out to the right side. He's getting slowed down by Luis Carrillo.
His arms are just flopping around like he's got no care in the world.
Now, Uche and Beto worked together to slow this attack down. And the Charlotte Eagles, for the first time in a very long time, have the ball in our half. As far as number 32, and he plays the ball out to the right side. That's actually a really good ball. Very good ball. And the ball is crossed into number 11. Don't let them get the shot off. Well,
let's watch number 19 throw his hands up.
The ball is cleared by Vicente de la Cueva, and Beto helps it out. And here comes Carlton. Can he poach this? All right.
So I like that word. Can he poach this? That was clever.
Yeah, I thought he was going to poach that ball. So number 26 plays it out. Can't make out that Charlotte Eagles player, but he loses the ball. He passes it straight to Darius. Darius finds Gonza, finds Vinny, who turns number 32 yet again. Number 32 he can't handle it. He gets turned and he gives up. Now, John,
he's probably really good against not so skilled players.
Probably. Now here comes
Let's
John.
Go!
Number 20 for Charlotte Eagles just cannot handle it. I mean, he's here on the sideline. He's just getting worked. And I raised my voice a little bit in hopes that number 20 would actually hear me. I think he did, but I don't know.
Yeah, man. Start a little fight. We could handle it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, folks, it feels good to win, but the most important thing to remember is to always be respectful, to always, behave yourself in an honorable fashion. And here comes Carlton McKenzie, who he just lost the ball.
He just manhandled that other player.
He did. Now, Robert's reminding me that everyone gets trophies tonight. So whether you're winning or losing, hey, you got a participation trophy because tonight is Millennial Night. But on a serious note, whether you're winning, whether you're losing, it's very, very important.
Trophies for the Eagles.
Robert says that regardless of the scoreline, we think we have some trophies for the Eagles for participating today. But getting back to what I was saying, folks, sportsmanship, good sportsmanship is very important. And John, I just saw what you were saying about number 19. The ball was, it was a bad pass by the Charlotte Eagles. And number 19 is just yelling at his teammates, turning around with his hands in the air, complaining to his teammates.
No.
I don't think that's going to help.
It's really not. Now, the sportsmanship, it's great to have the good sportsmanship on the field. Now, as commentators and we're off the field, does it apply to us?
It does, because we have a choice to make. Do we want to be respectful and call this game 2 ways in a fair fashion, or do we want to be one-sided and not really have integrity in our commentating? That's a choice that we make as commentators, right?
What if we played like good cop, bad cop?
And we can do that from time to time, and every once in a while we joke, we jest, like we just did with number 20. No, we were not trying to elicit a reaction out of him. It was the players on the field, they cannot hear us.
I was.
But again, we want to make sure everybody hears. Fantastic jobs. My wife Chrissy Calla right here doing a fantastic job watching our daughter Sophia. Big props to my wife Chrissy over here. Doing a great job over here. How's Sophia doing? She's tired. It does take a lot of work to watch a game like this unfold with Myrtle Beach Mutiny winning 5-0. it's hard work trying to keep up as commentators with the great things that we're seeing on the field. What do you think, John?
I think that next game, Pat Piscatelli needs to bring us some chili cheese fries and some beers.
Some cheese fries and some beers.
32 people watching.
Yes, so we do have 32 people watching. And
loyal fans.
We have some comments here. You know, the comments aren't as much as we've had in the games past. You know, last game we had 60 viewers. I think a lot of people have tuned out after we scored 2 or 3 goals because, you know, they think, oh, this game is over. Charlotte Eagles haven't given up. They've tried all the way to the very end. And this is the last minute of the game. Hopefully we can keep this clean sheet. And it looks like the ball is headed out for a goal kick. Robert, just getting to your comments here. I appreciate your understanding for me taking some time to get back to you. And you're right. Todd has barely touched the ball. It's been that kind of a night for the Charlotte Eagles, Robert. They have a lot of reflection to do, a lot of soul searching. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful fashion, but we have some players here in the Charlotte Eagles who are down 5-0. And one might say that they're going through a crisis. And, you know, a crisis is a terrible thing to waste because in moments of crises, you have a choice to make. Do you want to be a hero or do you want to be a villain? And you can be a hero and help your team stay positive, or you can be a villain and, you know, complain. And that's what 19 has done all night. But players like number 7, players like number 9, and that player is offside. Let me see if I can find the names of these players that I've just mentioned. Number 7, Patrick Segrist. He's put in the shift at left back. He's had a very hard job tonight marking Romario, who scored 4 goals.
Yeah.
But he's done a really good job. Number 9, Chris Brennan, appears to be an attacking player for the Charlotte Eagles. He has not seen a lot of the ball. He's pretty much just chased the ball all night. And as we get into the 90th minute, Jose Santos plays the ball, and I don't know how much extra time they are going to allow.
Wow, what a battle.
I have not seen the 4th official signal any extra time, and a foul is called on the Myrtle Beach Mutiny in the middle of the park. John, this game is pretty much done. Hopefully we keep this clean sheet. What else do you have to say to the folks at home?
I'm super excited that you guys are with us. This, whether you're just for part of the time, half the time, whether you muted us or not, I'm not sure. But if you enjoyed it, I hope you leave a comment. What do you like? Do you like it when we talk about random stuff? You like it when we talk about soccer? You like it when we get excited? Come on, let's go.
Now here comes Carlton on our breakaway. Don't slow down, Carlton. Let's go, Carlton. Have a shot.